काली कमली काली कमली और की आए भक्तों के भगवान रे, तेरी मेरी नहीं पहचान रे। काली
कमली और के आए भक्तों के भगवान रे,
तेरी नहीं पहचान रे। कैसा तूने रूप दिखाया, तन लहराया मन लहराया। कैसा तूने रूप दिखाया, तन लहराया
मन लहराया।
बालक तेरी गोद में आया, रखना इसका मान रे। तेरी मेरी नहीं पहचान रे। काली कमली और की आए भक्तों के भगवान रे, तेरी मेरी नहीं पहचान रे। तेरी मेरी
नहीं पहचान। मैया ओ गंगा मैया, मैया ओ गंगा मैया, मैया ओ गंगा मैया, मैया ओ गंगा मैया। ओ गंगा मैया में जब तक की पानी रहे, मेरी सजना तेरी जिंदगानी रहे। ओ जिंदगानी रहे मैया ओ गंगा मैया, मैया ओ गंगा मैया, मैया ओ गंगा मैया, मैया ओ गंगा मैया। मेरी जीवन की ओर खिवैया, तेरी हाथों में तेरी की नैया। दुनिया कुछ भी रहे भले कहती रहे, तेरी पूजा तेरी जिंदगानी रहे। ओ जिंदगानी रहे मैया ओ गंगा मैया, मैया ओ गंगा मैया, मैया ओ गंगा मैया, मैया ओ गंगा मैया। आगे अग्नि की फेरे लगा कर, याद बीते दिनों की जला कर, आए बैठे रे द्वार लिए मन का संसार, मेरे हाथों पे तेरी कहानी रहे। वो कहानी रहे मैया ओ गंगा मैया, मैया ओ गंगा मैया। ओ गंगा मैया में जब तक की पानी रहे, मेरे सजना तेरी जिंदगानी रहे। ओ जिंदगानी रहे मैया ओ गंगा मैया, मैया ओ गंगा मैया,
की जय। आई गिरि नंदिनी नंदित मेदिनी विश्व विनोदिनी नंदिनुते। गिरिवर विंध्यशी क्रोधी निवासिनी विष्णु विलासिनी जिष्णुनुते। भगवती हेशिति कंठ कुटुंबिनी भूरि कुटुंबिनी भूरि कृते।
भगवती हेशिति कंठ कुटुंबिनी भूरि कुटुंबिनी भूरि कृते।
जय जय हे मही शासुरमर्दिनी रम्यकपर्दिनी शैलसुते।
जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनी रम्यकपर्दिनी शैलसुते।
सुरवरवर्षिणी दुर्धरदर्शिनी दुर्मुखमर्षिणी हर्षरते।
सुरवरवर्षिणी दुर्धरदर्शिनी दुर्मुखमर्षिणी हर्षरते।
त्रिभुवनपोषिणी शङ्करतोषिणी किल्बिषमोषिणी घोषरते।
त्रिभुवनपोषिणी शङ्करतोषिणी किल्बिषमोषिणी घोषरते।
धनुजनिरोषिणी दितिसुतरोषिणी दुर्मदशोषिणी सिन्धुसुते।
धनुजनिरोषिणी दितिसुतरोषिणी दुर्मदशोषिणी सिन्धुसुते।
जय जय हे मही शासुरमर्दिनी रम्यकपर्दिनी शैलसुते।
जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनी रम्यकपर्दिनी शैलसुते।
ऐ जगदम्बमा दम्ब कदम्बा वनप्रियवासिनी हासरते।
ऐ जगदम्बा वनमकरम्बा वनप्रिया हर्षसे।
शिखर शिखामणि तुंग हिमालय शृंग निजालय मधु मधुरे मधु कैतव गंजिनी कैतव भंजिनी रासरते
मधु मधुरे मधु कैतव भंजिनी कैतव भंजिनी रासरते
जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनी रम्यकपर्दिनी शैलसुते
जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनी रम्यकपर्दिनी शैलसुते
ऐशतखण्डवे खण्डितरुन्दति रुन्दितशण्डनाधिपते रिपुगजगण्डवी दारणचण्डप पराक्रमशुण्डमृगाधिपते निज भुजदण्डनि पतित खण्ड विपाटित मुण्ड महाधिपते
निज भुजदण्डनि पतित खण्ड विपाटित मुण्ड महाधिपते
जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनी रम्यकपर्दिनी शैलसुते
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 बोलिए जगदम्बा माता की
जय।
जय। वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि
सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
सावरं जङ्गमं व्याप्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
चिन्मयं व्याप्य यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः।
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव।
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव।
त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव।
त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव।
दुर्गे 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 जय जय मां।
दुर्गे 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 जय जय मां।
दुर्गे 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 जय जय मां।
दुर्गे 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 जय जय
कालिक पालिनी
Amba Mata Ki Jai. Okay, if you all are joining us tonight for the first time, we are seeing the Ganga Stotram. Ganga, in the Hindu tradition, is the Devi herself incarnate. Huh? And the Devi aspect in Sanatan Dharma is to be understood properly. So we'll dwell a little bit on that and then we'll go to our Ganga Stotram. Huh? See, it is the only religion in the world where the feminine aspect of the universe is given as much importance as the masculine aspect. You will not find it anywhere again. The reality is just as much feminine as it is masculine. Not more, not less. Because the reality in, I tell you a little bit, please study this and understand very slowly. The reality in Sanatan Dharma, okay, then I'm using more words and I'm encouraging wherever I'm going for people to start using these words also. So we have to slowly eliminate the word Hindu or Hinduism. Hinduism. So what we should replace it with? Sanatana Dharma is the correct terminology. You know that when you're small, this is an ordinary thing. When you're small and your parents buy you a pair of shoes, little cute shoes like that. When you're small, you can't say shoes, so you say shoes. Right? Where my shoes? But look here, if you reached 45 years and still saying shoes, somebody will think something wrong with you, isn't it? By the time you reach 45 years, at least you should be saying shoes. By the time you reach 5 years, not 45. So at the age of 3, if you're saying shoes, nobody will think anything wrong with you. But the correct word is shoes. So in the very same way, things in the world ordinarily have proper names, right? We call them by this name or that name and that, all that kind of thing. And in Trinidad, we're good with this thing actually. We shorten everybody's name, isn't it? So, Krishan Dutt, they call him Chris. Chrissy, all kind of thing, yeah. So, we go on shortening everybody's name. Everybody who sit down here and know they have some short name. Look Bal. His name is Balaram Lakshman. Nobody know his name Balaram Lakshman. Everybody call him Bal. Yeah, you see? Trinidadians good at this thing. And in the old days, when the old people used to speak Bhojpuri, all they used to do at the end of your name, they used to add Wah. Yeah? So the Pandit there, Bisram, they are Bisramwa. If Bal, they are Balwa. Yeah, any English name, Henry Wah. Yes, they add a Wah because in Bhojpuri they add Wah to everything. So they used to add Wah. So, Pagalwa, yeah. Anything in the village also. So anyway, there are proper terminologies for everything, and we have habit of using nicknames and some alternative terminology and all that kind of thing, right? That is okay, but you should know that there is a proper word. Like one fella from here in the village, he come and I hear the front wheel making noise. So as I know the velocity joint gone. Velocity joint gone, So I said, boy, your car making noise. He said, yeah, my felicity joint gone. His felicity joint gone. He can't say velocity joint. But the proper word is velocity joint, not felicity joint. So, the proper name for Hinduism, that's some nickname somebody gave. The proper name is Sanatana Dharma. So you please know that, note it, keep it in mind, and slowly start using it. And the next generation, you shall start telling the correct name. Sanatana Dharma. Because, and the reason why I'm encouraging it, the word itself carries tremendous message, teaching, significance, weight, and philosophical depth. The word carries. So when you say some other superficial word, it carries nothing. You see? So Sanatana Dharma. So now, in Sanatana Dharma, the reality is called as Brahman. Please understand this. The reality behind the universe, the substratum, the adhisthana of the universe, is called as Brahman. But do you know an interesting thing? Brahman is neither masculine nor feminine. Brahman in Sanskrit language is called as Nyuta. And Nyuta means this Brahman, this reality is at the same time, therefore, masculine and feminine. So you cannot characterize Brahman as masculine only, or you cannot characterize Brahman as feminine only. You have to say it is both. And it is from this fundamental teaching of the rishis is derived Sureshwari and Sureshwara. Therefore, the Ganga Stotram starts with Devi Sureshwari. So now, what are we doing in these 9 nights? We are worshipping the same reality in its feminine aspect. And at other times, we worship the same reality in its masculine aspect. And none is less or more. Both are, see, I tried to explain this with an example in one of the previous days. And the example was pot and clay. Pot is name, clay is the material. But when you touch pot, you're touching pot and you're touching clay, both at one and the same time. And you cannot go to the store there in Edinburgh and tell the people, I come to buy some clay. You tell them, I come to buy a pot. Isn't it? I come to buy a pot. And the clay, which they pick up from Carlson Field, they come and they embellish that clay. They add, they superimpose on the clay Nama Rupa. They superimpose Nama Rupa. And then only the clay gets some value. Correct or not? Because if you take up a clump of clay from Carlson Field and you stand by the highway there and anybody passes, you say, take this clay. They'll take? Take this clump of clay. Who will take? Nobody will take. The potter has to take the clump of clay and go there and add value to it. Value in now he adds Nama Rupa. And he does that through his labor. He adds name and form. So in this universe in which we are living, that is how things get value. When Nama Rupa is added. The human being has to add something. So the absolute reality, Paramatma, Brahman, when it takes on Nama Rupa form, like all these things in the world, when it takes on this form, then those things get value. Paramatma, Brahman, it is not value less or value more. These terminologies do not apply to that reality. Brahman. But when it takes on name and form, it takes on now these two. Masculine form, Ishvara. Sarveshwara and Sarveshwari. It takes on these two forms. Now things become, for the jiva, of value. And so our experience is that we are experiencing the Nama Rupa of this absolute reality. And this Nama Rupa of this absolute reality is given the name Devi or Sarveshwari, Sureshwari, all of that sort of thing. And this is what we are studying, this aspect of the absolute reality, the manifested aspect of the absolute reality. Ishvara aspect you can't see. But Ishwari you can see. All this is what you see here is the manifested aspect of reality. Huh? And now, she has manifested as how many things? Well, everything. And I told you on yesterday or the previous day that since it is the divine or the divinity which has manifested as all of this, all of this is divine also. And that is why Sanatanis have worshipped rivers and worshipped the forest and worshipped the sky and worshipped the sun and worshipped the moon and the animals. And that's why we have what is called a Bhuta Yajna. Bhuta Yajna is there. Bhuta Yajna means we are supposed, you see people, they feed the, I don't know if you remember, you have to remember your grandfather, great-grandfather. After they ate, they will always leave a mouthful of food on the plate. I don't know if you remember that. They will always leave a mouthful of food. And I asked my grandfather, what are you doing that for? To wasting food. No, beta. This food is left for all the creatures. While eating every day. Bhuta Yajna. So the little ant will come. A little cricket, mole cricket, something will come. The crow will pass. The dove will get a little pick. You know? Bhuta Yajna. So, because the universe is a manifestation of the absolute reality, this universe is divine. And so we have worshipped trees and rivers and plants and the earth and the sun and the moon, and we have worshipped everything. So now, when we are worshipping Devi Ganga, this Ganga is to be understood as manifestation of the absolute reality. And that reality manifested as this great flow of, if you belong to Gyan Marg, this is the flow of knowledge coming from the head of Lord Shiva himself. And if you belong to the Bhakti Marg, it is the flow of bhakti coming from the feet of Bhagavan Vishnu. Because really Ganga flows out from the feet. And this is the most wonderful thing. Look here. People say, no, how will it be two things? These are this or that. That is not true. Please remember, you are brought up in a Western tradition. And Western tradition only, it is either this or that. That is not there in the Sanatana Dharma tradition. It's not either this or that. You see, all of you were taken from Bharat Desh and brought here. And then you were given a Western British education. Right? I mean, you're given a Western British education. In that education, it is either black or white. Yes. It is the most superficial view of this universe. The most superficial and shallow view of this universe. That is either black or white. So, whatever you are doing, either that thing is good or evil. And if you do good, you go to heaven. And if you do bad, you go to hell. And that is the end of that. I wonder what about a fellow who do 50%, what will happen to he? 1 foot here and 1 foot there. Anyway, so I'll just leave that now. The idea is, in Sanatan Dharma, it is never either black or white. Never. I'll give you an example. Please pay attention to this now. This is a very, very simple thing, and all of you will identify with it also. Dow Village has, we're in Dow Village, New Settlement, Dow Village. Dow Village has the oldest Ramlila on the earth, not on the earth, sorry, in Trinidad, right? Dow Village has the oldest Ramlila in Trinidad. Theek hai. When you go there to see Ramlila, the Ramlila ground, is it round or is it square or is it rectangular? The Ramlila ground. Well, the Ramlila ground is rectangular all the time, isn't it? Everywhere in Trinidad, wherever there is Ramlila, your Ramlila ground is rectangular, no? They put bamboo. And inside that rectangular ground, Ramlila is going on. And where is the audience? Well, the audience on all sides. Nowadays, they're making it kind of Western style and all that kind of thing. I mean, it's not the proper thing. But the audience is all sides. Now, Pay attention. This Ramlila concept in Sanatana Dharma has a great, great teaching because it reflects the fundamental teaching in Sanatana Dharma. I'll show you how it reflects now. So there's audience right around. Right? So now suppose Rama is standing here and Lakshmana is standing there. And Rama and Lakshmana, they are having a dialogue. Right? Which happens in Ramayana. So now, Rama is looking at Lakshmana and Lakshmana is looking at Rama. So the man who is on this side of the field, he will see Rama's back. Correct? And the man who is on that side of the field, he'll see Rama's face. Front. And the man who is on this side of the field, he'll see Rama's right side of his face. And the fellow who is on this side of the field, he'll see Rama's left side. Okay. Now let me ask you some question. Who is seeing Ramlila? Well, everybody is seeing Ramlila. Second question. Who is seeing Rama? Well, everybody is seeing Rama, isn't it? So can you tell the man who's standing on this side of the field and he's seeing Rama's back? When the Ramlila is over, can you tell him that he did not see Rama? No. How you will tell? The man saw Rama. He just saw Rama from back. The fellow saw Rama from a different side and he saw, but everybody saw Ram. Everybody had a different perspective on Rama. And they are not interchangeable also. Let us say this fellow lives here and he goes on that side to see Rama's face, right? Do you think he can occupy the exact same position the other man was and see exactly as the other man had seen? You cannot replicate another person's position. You could go and sit on the same chair, but that fellow was like this. You will be like this. Another one will be like that. Another one will be like that. You cannot have exactly the same, even though they both see the front. Because the reality is infinite and everybody's perspective on the reality is infinite. And that goes for every single thing in the universe. So it is never black or white. It is all perspective. It is all relative. That is why Einstein came up with this very famous statement. The whole universe is relative. So this whole black and white thing, this or that, that is all very superficial vision of the world. The world is a multifarious world with infinite dimensions and perspectives. Infinitude of this world is way beyond the ordinary person's comprehension. So don't think that you have got it. No, it is way beyond. So now, this is the teaching of Sanatana Dharma, that it is never black or white. It is an infinite universe with infinite things, infinite drishti, vision, drishtikon it is called, point of view. And so, in this Sanatana Dharma, we have now the reality manifested as all of these things, and in that manifested universe, we say it is the feminine aspect of the reality, and the reality which is unmanifested, which is in its pristine form, we say it is the masculine aspect of the reality. And I told neither is greater than the other. Both are equally important and equally real. This is actually the teaching of Tulsidasji's Ramayana. Tulsidasji's view is settled like this. Both aguna saguna dui brahma sarupa. the Tulsidaji, right? Aguna Saguna Dui Brahma Sarupa means to say that the Brahma, the absolute reality, has the Nirgun aspect and the Sagun aspect. So what we are seeing in front of all of us here now is the Sagun aspect, means with quality, traits, Nama, Rupa, and all that. Desha, Kala, Paristiti, and all the manifested universe which we are seeing. And the Nirgun aspect is what we don't see. But both are there. And if you're in the Bhakti Marg, we say, I was telling you previously, if you are in the Bhakti Marg, we say about Ganga Devi now, we say she is the flow of Bhakti because she's coming out from the feet of Bhagavan Vishnu. And a Bhakta is all the time bowing to the feet. That is why Hanumanji is bowing to the feet of Bhagavan Rama. He's a Bhakta. That's why Lakshmana could not recognize any of the jewelry of Sitaji because Lakshmana is to only see Sitaji's feet. This is Bhakti. And Jnana, if you belong to the Jnana Marg, we say Ganga Devi is that knowledge which is flowing from the head of Shiva because knowledge belongs to the head. And you can't say, no, this one is right and that one is wrong. No such thing. Both are right at one and the same time. And don't feel it is either black or white. I told you that. Both are right at one and the same time. Right. So we call this absolute reality manifested in front of our eyes the Devi. And Devi, we are studying, is the Devi manifested as Ganga. Now let us chant a little bit some of these verses and then we'll continue from where we left yesterday. Devi Sureshwari Bhagavati Gange,
Devi Sureshwari Bhagavati Gange,
Tribhuvan Tarini Taralatarange,
Tribhuvan Tarini Tararatarange,
Devi Sureshwari Bhagavati Gange,
Devi Sureshwari Bhagavati Gange,
Tava Jalamamalam Yena Nipitam,
Tava Jalamamalam Yena Nipitam,
Paramapadam Khalu Tena Grihitam,
Paramaparam Kalu Tena Grihitam,
Matar Gange Tvayo Bhaktaha,
Matar Gange Tvayo Bhaktaha,
Kilatam Drashtum Nayamashataha,
Kilatam Preshtum Nayamashataha,
Patito Dharini Jahnai Gange,
Patito Dharini Jahnavi Gange,
Khandit Girivar Mandit Bhange,
Kandit Girivara Mandit Bhange,
Bhishma Janani hai Munivar Kanye,
Bhishma Janani Munivar Kanye,
Patit Nivarini Tribhuvan Dhanye,
Patita Nivarini Tribhuvan Kanye,
Jaya Jaya Gange Jaya Har Gange,
Jai Jai Gange, Jaya Har Gange,
Jaya Jaya Gange Jaya Har Gange, Tava jala mamalam yena nipitam paramapadam khaluttena grihitam. So many big words are there inside of there now. There's all big Sanskrit words and such nice words. So let me tell you the literal meaning first, and then we'll just see these words one by one. The one who sips Ganga Jal, who takes a sip, he reaches the supreme state. Supreme state means what? Supreme state means mukti. So the one who sips Ganga Jal, he gets mukti. So if you have not sipped Ganga Jal yet, well, you have to go and take a sip. You'll get mukti. Now, one more thing. People say, but Swamiji, I sip many times and still I get mukti. Let me tell you something about human beings. You know what rishis say? Rishis say, in simple sentences, but they have profound meanings. For example, when you are doing dishes, do dishes. But human beings don't do that. That sounds like a simple statement, right? When you are doing dishes, do dishes. You remember Italian Trini? When you're washing wares, wash wares. You understand the meaning of this thing? While we are doing dishes, we do countless other things because our mind is not on the dishes. Our mind, that's why you see when you come back, the next person who's going to use the dish, he's still seen baigan and aloo on the plate. Even though the other person wash it. Huh? And then you call him Puhar. We have not developed this ability to do what we are doing. What is the meaning? So this is Rishi teaching. The teaching is, when you're doing that thing, do that thing. That we have not mastered. And that is the meaning here, that if I am sipping Ganga Jal, sip Ganga Jal. That we don't do it. The moment we take it there, we think, I wonder if this thing have a little bacteria in it, but if I drink this, my belly start to walk. Because the mind gone? Yeah. You know, it is this thing that Zen Buddhism took from Sanatana Dharma, and they made so many stories. One Zen master wrote at one place. Somebody asked, "Oh master, how you got mukti? How you got mukti?" Mukti means enlightenment. He said, "One day I decided to listen to the sound of one hand clapping." He decided to listen to the sound of one hand clapping. And he got mukti. Because it means he was so present with his hand, right? And the hand did like this to clap, and no other hand there. Only one hand. And when that hand reached in front of his eyes, like this, where there was supposed to be a second hand, the second hand was absent. And because the second hand was absent, the one hand made the sound of silence. And he was so present with the sound of silence made by one hand clapping. He was so 100% present there with that silence that he got absorbed in silence and got mukti. But we cannot do any act like that. But the one who could do that act like that one sip of Ganga Jal, he'll get mukti. So if you have to remember the meaning of this line, all you have to do is remember when you're washing wares, wash wares. You washing wares with your ID outside the window. Or the neighbor just chonky something there. So your nose gone there. Or somebody shout something outside it, and so your eyes gone here, your ears gone there, your nose gone there. So here it says, the one who sips this Ganga Jal, they get mukti. No. We'll ask, how am I to come to that state where when I am washing wares, when I am doing dishes, I am doing dishes? How to come to that state? Why does the air go, the nose go there, the eyes go there, the air go there? Why? The ears go there. Why? That is because the mind has these 3 layers of impurities in the mind. 3 layers of impurities. Because of those 3 layers of impurities, the senses take the mind and they run away everywhere. That is why the first line says, see, Tava jalamamalam yena nipitam Paramapadam khalu tena grihitam Tava jalamamalam yena nipitam Paramapadam khalu tena grihitam Matar gange tvayo bhaktah Matar gange tvayo bhaktah Kilatam drashtum nayamashakah Kilatam drashtum nayamashakah I don't know how a different tune come now. There's a different, yeah. Only Bhagavan knows how them think of, yes. Anyway, Tavajalam amalam. 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 The very important word for all sadhak. Who's a sadhak? A sadhak is a spiritual aspirant. Spiritual aspirant. One who is on the path of mukti, path of enlightenment, path of realization. He's called a sadhak. So, this sadhak has to know, in Sanskrit is sadhaka, Hindi sadhak. Sadhaka. This sadhak has to know that there are 3 types of impurities. And here Bhagavan Shankaracharya is telling, Ganga Jal is free from these. Ganga Devi is free from these impurities. The Devi is free from these impurities. And because we have these 3 types of impurities, our mind goes everywhere. So that when we actually, it's so bad, our mind is never present, it's so bad that we forget whether we did the dishes or not. One professor, he was going this way. Then some of his students were coming this way. Right? So they met in the middle of the road. Professor met his students. Then they had a little chat on this and that. After the chat was over, the professor had to continue on his journey and the students had to continue on their journey. But before the professor continued, he asked his student, hold on. When I met you all just now, which way was I going? Which way was I going? They said, sir, you were going this way. He said, oh, that means I don't eat my lunch. So first he forgot which side he was going. And then he forgot that he ate his lunch also. That means what? No presence of mind. That mind which has all of the impurities in it, that mind. So, the mind which has all of these impurities, that mind can never do any one thing by itself 100%. That mind will be fragmented and dispersed everywhere like the wind. Vayurivasu dushkaram. Arjuna tells Bhagavan in Gita. Difficult like the wind to collect. You could collect wind. One breeze blow like this, one breeze blow like that, one breeze blow everywhere. You could collect it. You can't collect or control. So he says the mind is like that. He's describing in 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And that is for a mind that has these 3 types of impurities. So Bhagavan is telling Ganga Maya, you are devoid of these 3 types of impurities. But every sadhak has to pay attention to these 3 types of impurities and we have to remove them. This is important thing. So now what are these 3 types of impurities? I'll tell you 3 Sanskrit words. Before I tell you 3 Sanskrit words, let us just sing for 1 minute. Jai Lakshmi Mata, Vishnu Patni Kamala Devi.
Jai Lakshmi Mata, Vishnu Pati Kamala Devi.
Jai Lakshmi Mata, Vishnu Patni Kamala Devi.
Jai Lakshmi Mata, Vishnu Pati Kamala Devi.
Kamala Devi, Kamala Devi.
Kamala Devi, Kamala Devi.
Kamala Devi, Kamala Devi.
Kamala Devi, Kamala Devi.
Vishnu Patni Kamala Devi.
Vishnu Pati Kamala Devi.
Vishnu Patni Kamala Devi.
Vishnu Pati Kamala Devi.
Jai Lakshmi Mata, Vishnu Patni Kamala Devi.
Jai Lakshmi Mata, Vishnu Pati Kamala Devi.
Vishnu Patni Kamala Devi.
Vishnu Pati Kamala Devi.
Vishnu Patni Kamala Devi.
Vishnu Pati Kamala Devi.
Well, Lakshmi Mata ki jai. So, 3 Sanskrit words I have to tell you, and we have to pay attention to them because in studying this Vedanta, studying Upanishad and Vedas, the sadhak has to learn. See, the first thing is, if every day you come in your kitchen and you see a lot of mud and dust and garbage strewn everywhere, well, you'll start thinking now, I wonder where this dust and mud and garbage come from. You start looking around, but but nobody comes here. Well, you don't know. I know. And nobody comes in my kitchen. So where does modern dust come from? Then you start thinking, no, but I have to have some kind of little creature living here. Where does dust and modern thing come from? So now you start looking. In fact, yesterday when I opened my door to the kitchen, I find a little frog inside here. A crapo. No, that door always locked. How he get inside here? You see? It becomes a mysterious thing. Once in India, I had a place right on Ganga part. There's Ganga flow in there, and I used to stay right here. A little room I had there. So one night I sleep. I'm now gone. I sleep in so. Middle of the night, a rat run over my head. It's a real thing. A rat run over my head. So I said, what? I get up now. So, but my room closed, window closed, the door closed. How he come in there? So I look, I put on light on him. Look. And the bottom of the wall, it have a little hole like this for water to go out. So when I see the hole, at the same time I see run through the hole. So I say, oh, well, he don't gone outside already. I'm glad now. He gone outside. So I get a little piece of wood like this. And I take a piece of the iron pot from the kitchen and I put it in the hole and I clog the hole. And I say, right, now I'm good. Even run over my head again. I'm going back to sleep.
Ram Pita, the Bhagavan Ram Culture Organization cordially invite you and your family to attend the 143rd year of Ramila celebration at the Bhagavan Ramila Dam. Puja commences on Wednesday, 18th October at 12:30 p.m. by Swami Prakashananda Maharaj. The grand commencement of Ramila will be on Friday, 20th October from 6:30 to 9 p.m. and terminating on Monday, 30th October. Come on, come on. Your presence will be highly appreciated.
Jai Shri Ram. So you all should go also if you have the time. So I only went back to sleep. Then I hear from there now. You know, by the time I get up and come there, he done powder a piece of wood to sawdust, Sawdust, So when you see anything, but I see a heap of sawdust, but it had to have a cause. And until you find out the cause, you can't do anything. So first I find out the rat run over my head. Because there's a hole in the wall. There's a hole in the wall. So plug it. So I try to fix it now. So plug the hole, right? But it didn't work. So now he biting wood like that. So next day I had to go and get a piece of iron. Let me see now. He break his teeth. He can't come. But until you know, you can't do nothing. Can't do anything. I'm telling all of this story because until you know these three types of impurities in the mind, that's sadhak going nowhere. He start right here and finish right here. He not going anyway. So now, the three Sanskrit words are, one is called mala. Don't think I forget it. One is called mala, not mala. The Sanskrit words are different. You have to say mala. The second is called as vikshepa. And the third is called avarana. These are the three classes of impurities in the mind. And if the sadhak does not deal with them, this sadhak is going nowhere. So now I will tell you. And see, Bhagavan is telling Ganga Maya, she is free from Tava Jalam Amalam, Yenani Pitam. Amalam Jalam. Amala. So here, categorically, it means the three types of impurities are absent. And so this sadhak has to reach that stage. So now what is this first type of impurity in the mind? It's called as mala. Mala means all the regular things which you know on a daily basis. It's first class of impurities. What is that? Anger, jealousy, pride, malice, revenge. You know, people have all of these sort of things in their mind. And this is what you see on a regular basis every day. Every day, all over the world, you see. Right now, big war going on. Israel and Palestine. Because these people went on this side and they committed some terrorist act. And these people on this side now, what? How dare you come? No, now that's revenge, isn't it? Yeah, on that side, it started raining bombs like that. So, this thing of revenge, anger, kam, krodh, mada, lobh, moha, matsara, ityadi, we say in Sanskrit all the time. Right? Desire and lust and anger and greed and revenge and malice and all the things which we know on a daily basis. Untruthfulness and cheating and corruption and kickback and oh, bapre. How much of it is there? Think, na? The whole world running on that thing. Isn't it? Amazing. Somebody was telling me just a few days ago, the kind of money that passed through this country from oil and gas, this country should have been, because it's a small population, 1.2, 1 million at that time, right? This country should have been ahead of every country on the earth. But where the money gone? Well, the money gone in New York and Toronto and Miami and big skyscraper and all the kickbacks and, you know, all the stealing and cheating. This is what we call about mala, impurities. The one that you see every day. All the corruption and stealing and all the things. So, the sadhak has to remove these things from his life. Anger, oh, bapre. You have to go to the prison and see. People inside there for a lifetime just because of some fit of anger. You get a fit of anger and hit the wife. And the lady died. Krodh. And all the different types of ordinary things that you see on a daily basis, the sadhak has to remove this from his life. It's called as mala. Mala. Now the second class of impurities, that is called as vikshepa. Vikshepa means, you know, on television long time, I don't know if it's still there, but I remember a long time in television, there used to be a show called Young and Restless. You ever hear that thing? Oh, still there? Really? Okay, wow. So, restlessness, unsettledness, the habit of the mind to wander, the habit of the mind to go here, there, and everywhere. Sometimes in the satsang also. You sit down in the satsang, but your mind gone New York, Australia. And then this Swami crack a joke, and then your mind, everybody laugh, and your mind come back. And then you ask me, what he say? What he say? Because the mind was, they're called vikshepa. Now see, this has nothing to do with calm, krodh, lobh, moha, matsara, revenge, nothing. Your mind is, you're reading a book, and you read 2-3 pages, and then you realize you know nothing when you read. You have to come back there now and go back and read back, because and this is all the forgetfulness and the absence of mind, no presence of mind. That is the absence of mind and forgetfulness and all of that and wandering and all such things. This is called all vikshepa. Because the mind absent. Absent-mindedness. One professor was telling his students, what he is teaching to this class, the anatomy of a frog. The anatomy of a frog. All professors have to teach that, you know. So on the board, he draw a frog and he dissected frog and this and that, and showed this part and that part and all. And he showed the whole dissection of the frog on the board. And then after finishing on the board, he told his students now, and my dear students, just to demonstrate to you what I mean, in this brown paper bag, I have a dissected frog. And now I will proceed to show you practical demonstration of dissected frog. And he opened the brown paper bag, and inside the brown paper bag, he saw a boiled egg and a sandwich. And looking at the boiled egg and sandwich, he said, I could have sworn I ate my lunch. Where was the mind? Eat out the frog too. No presence of mind. Huh? One fellow, every day he used to walk with a stick, you know, a walking stick. So every day when he came home, he'll lean up the stick in the corner of the room and go and sleep on the bed. Lean up the stick in the corner of the room next day and go and sleep on the bed. Lean up the stick in the corner of the room and go and sleep on every day. This is the routine. After some time, mind gone. He put his stick on the bed and he leaned up in the corner. Hey Krishna. This thing is called as vikshepa. Mind not present, it's gone. And this is the same thing that we have on a daily basis, where you will see the husband telling the wife, I see it all the time. Hey girl, call my phone, I don't know where I'll leave it. But, you know, everywhere I travel, I'm staying in some house, you know. And everywhere I go, I see this thing. Hey, call my phone, please. Because I don't know where. I'll leave it. And nowadays they have, that's why, what do you think? Is this thing only, they make a keyless start for the car. Because nobody knows where they leave the but anyway, the key had to be there somewhere also for it to start, isn't it? But we never know where we leave the key. Huh? The key to solving this problem is sadhana. This sadhana, you have to study this thing now. why the mind goes here, goes there, goes everywhere. This habit of the mind going everywhere is called as vikshepa, and this thing actually, Bhagavan deals with this also in Bhagavad Gita. This thing is worse than the other one. Because you may get rid of your Kam, Krodh, Mada, Lobh, that thing. But this one, it is more subtle. See, when people get angry, they know. When we get angry, we know, na? We tell others also, hey, don't get me vexed, you know. You go see a horse of a different color. People say, na? We know. So, all the mala, or the first type of impurities, those are very visible. And people tell also, even if I don't see, people say, hey, why are you getting angry for? They tell. Why are you getting angry for? No need to get angry. Uselessly you're getting angry. So if you don't see, somebody will see and they will tell. But you know, vikshepa, you see, you're sitting right next to the next person right there, right? If their mind gone, how you will know? You can't know. They don't know and you don't know. Because it is more subtle, because sukshma in Sanskrit. It is more subtle. These are, and the subtler the impurity, the more difficult it is to get rid of. To first figure out and then get rid of. So this vikshepa is terrible, terrible thing actually. That is why I see, look here. You remember Ravan, Kumbhakaran and Vibhishan, they were doing tapas? They were doing tapas to get boon from Brahmaji. So when it was time for Kumbhakaran to ask for his boon, Kumbhakaran wanted Indrapada. You know Indrapada? Indrapada means he wanted to get the throne of Indra, Swarga. Indra is the king of Swarga. So he already planned. What is my boon? I'm going to get Indrapada. Means I go kick out Indra and I will get that. I'll get that throne. Well, the Devatas knew that thing. That he's going to ask for Indrapada. What they did? They came there and they introduced this same thing in his brain, in his mind. What? Vikshepa. Now, time to ask for that, the mind? Yeah. Instead of asking for Indrapada now, he asked for Nidrapada. Nidrapada. Nidrapada means that's why he used to sleep all the time. Therefore, anybody you see, any time the sleeping people are call him Kumbhakara. All the time he's sleeping. And in the old days, Kumbhakaran too hard to say. It's Kunki. Because all the time he's sleeping. Yeah, short name. Yeah. So, that time they introduced in Kumbhakaran's mind Vikshepa. The same thing the Devatas sent Mother Saraswati to do in the mind of Manthara, and Manthara introduced Vikshepa in the mind of Kaikai. You see what this Vikshepa leads to? Unsettledness, restlessness, and the swift moving mind. Arjuna tells Bhagavan to tell about the Vikshepa in the mind. Arjuna tells, this Vikshepa has these qualities behind it. What is that? He says, Prabhu, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramathi balavadriram. Sasyaham nigraham manya vayureva sidushkaram. Means to say, this Vikshepa is strong, Vikshepa is stubborn. No, the number of times you bring it back, still it goes. And fickle. It stays on one thing only for. That is why, because of this impurity, that is why when we do dishes, we don't do dishes. No, you have no anger with anybody. You have no Kam, Krodh, Mada, Lobh. Those are different class of But you're doing dishes, but you're not doing dishes. Because the mind gone? Yeah, that is the idea. It is called as vikshepa. It's a very big class of impurity, and more subtle and more difficult to deal with. Because he is a very nice fellow, but he absent-minded. He have no calm, krodh, lobh, nothing. But he can't sit down for 1 minute to keep his mind on shastras, to keep his mind on scripture, to keep his mind on sadhana, to keep his mind on Bhagavan. So this vikshepa is the second class of impurity. And the third class of impurity, that thing is called as avarana. Avarana. I'll tell you what is avarana. Let us sing a little bit. Hare Rama, Rama, Ram, Sita, Ram, Ram, Ram.
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 Syavara Ramachandra ki jai. This is the next level of impurity now. This, in short, first I'll tell you short, then I'll tell long. In short, it is called ignorance. Ignorance in Sanskrit is called avidya. Avidya. Sometimes called ajnana. Some other words are also used. But these words are very common. Ajnana, avidya, ignorance. This is the third and highest level of impurity. This thing, human beings don't even know that they have. See, mala, kam, krodh, mother, lobh, all means all the anger, jealousy, pride, we know we have. Vikshepa, that sometimes we'll figure out, okay, but I didn't hear what Swamiji said, my mind gone. What he say? So you might figure out after some time, when the mind come back. And nowadays, in the old days, they have the kind of chair where it is to fold. Do you remember the wooden chair is to fold up so? So one man is to sleep in the satsang. And in the end, when people start to fold chair, he is to get up. So at least the chair is to help. But nowadays, a plastic chair, no. He goes still sleep. You have to lift he up. Because the chair wouldn't go clack, clack, clack. So the vikshepa also could cause him to go to sleep. Then that doesn't fall in mala, kam krod madalu. But now this third level, ignorance. I told human beings don't even know what we have. Vikshepa will figure out sometime. But ignorance, you know why? Because the jiva, because of this ignorance, he doesn't know, but the jiva thinks he knows everything. This ignorance has affected his ego. Ignorance has taken over his ego. And so he feels he knows everything. Anything you ask the jiva, he knows. He will give you his 2 cents worth. Correct or not? He'll give his 2 cents worth. Any topic, you know. He'll add or he'll take away from that topic. But he'll give his 2 cents worth. He also has an opinion and a point of view. Of course, the point of view is wrong also. But because every point of view has some degree of right and some degree of wrong, because relative. If it is relative, it has to be only truth from a certain standpoint. That is why the scriptures tell, the best thing for a sadhak is to just remain quiet. The more we remain quiet, the faster we move on the path of sadhana. Really. Bhagavan tells in Gita 2-3 times. Vivikta desha sevitvam artir janasamsadi. Be quiet and be by yourself. Because anything that comes out from the mouth, wrong thing. It's only right from your perspective. Another man's perspective. This fellow saw Rama. He saw from the back. That fellow saw Rama. He saw from the front. So if that man comes and says, Rama's nose is long. Well, this man have no clue. Yeah. Because he didn't see Rama's nose. And the other thing is that if he says Rama's nose is long, and all the words that he uses in this world, they are all perspective only. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. The English statement catches it very, very nicely. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder only. So anyway, so the idea is the jiva does not know anything. That is why I quoted that verse just now from Ramayana. Maya isana apu kahu, jan kahiya so jeev. Moksha bandha, moksha, what is it? Bandha moksha prada sarva para, maya preraka si. This is the second line. That verse is telling in Ramayana, Bhagavan is telling to Lakshmana that the jiva really doesn't know anything. But this jiva feels he knows everything. Because the ego takes over the intellect. The antakarana is made up of 4 parts. Ego, intellect, mind and memory. 4 parts inside. Ego, intellect, mind, memory. So intellect is the one that knows. Definitely. This thing is what color? Orange. Right? The intellect knows that. And the intellect says, you cannot convince me otherwise. It is orange. It's called Nishchayatmika Buddhi. Buddhi is intellect. So there's ego, there's intellect which knows, there's mind which feels. This emotion, that emotion, the other emotion. And then there's memory. These 4. What happens? The intellect has most minimal knowledge, halfway knowledge. Knowledge that is actually not true all the time, relatively true only. But his intellect has been taken over by this ego. He feels he knows everything. That is it, Jiva. Bhagavan is describing Jiva to Lakshmana. So that is all of us. So, this last impurity, which is called as ignorance, has taken over his Jiva so badly that he doesn't even know that it has taken him over. He thinks he knows everything. I'll tell you a story. You want to hear a story? I told this story already, you would have heard before, but here again. One barber, you know, not Babaji, barber who cuts hair. He was cutting a man's hair. Right? So a little fella was passing outside the barber shop. So through the glass window, the barber saw the little fellow passing. So he told the customer, he said, you want to see the most foolish little boy in the world? You want to see the most foolish little boy in the world? Tell the customer. The customer can't shake his head too. Because you shake his head, he might get zog. So he said, yeah. So the barber went on the glass window and he knocked. And the boy looked in. And he tell the boy. So the boy went around and he came through the front door. So the barber held in this hand 4 quarters, which is equivalent to $1. 4 quarters. And in this hand, the barber held a $5 bill. So 1 bill and 4 quarters. So he asked the little boy, which one you want? You want this 4 or you want this 1? The boy said, give me the 4, give me the 4. So the barber he took the 4 quarters and he ran away. So the barber tell the customer, see, look how foolish this little boy is. This is 4 and this is 1. But he thinks that the 4 is more than 1. But the 4 is only 4 quarters add up to $1 and this in the hand have a $5 bill. But because this is 4, he thinks 4 is more than 1. So he took the 4 and he ran away. So the customer thought, really, this little boy had to be real foolish. So anyway, the customer finished, cut his hair and everything, and left. So when he went down the road there, he see the little boy coming out from an ice cream shop and he licking a nice ice cream. Because he take the 4 quarters and gonna buy a ice cream. So he asked the little boy, he said, what happened, boy? In the other hand, there was a $5 bill. And in this hand, only 4 quarters. You don't know? $5 is more than 4 quarters. Why you took the 4 quarters? He said, listen here. The day I take that $5, this game done. In other words, this barber thinking this little boy foolish. The barber thinking the little boy foolish, but he don't know who is really the foolish one. Because this fella getting free ice cream every day. Isn't it? Yeah. So this jiva is like that. This jiva, what happened to the jiva? The jiva thinks he knows everything. This is a big problem, you know. Only when you study Shastras really well, then you come to know this jiva knows nothing really. It really is ignorant. This ignorance is the highest level of impurity in a jiva. And now if he doesn't, I told you now, if you don't find out first, then you cannot get rid of. If you don't find out that rat was causing everything in the room, how you will get rid? So we have to find out these 3 levels of impurities. And we have to remove them. Bhagavan Shankaracharya is calling Ganga Maya Amalam. She is Amalam. Amalam means none of these 3 levels of impurity is there. The Amalam means impurity. Tava jalam amalam yenani pitam. And the idea here now from a Vedanta standpoint, the one who can remove these 3 levels of impurities from his mind, padama padam kalute nagrihitam, he will reach the supreme state. That is the idea. This person will reach the supreme state, who can remove these 3 levels of impurity. And every day, little by little, we have to remove. Every day, little by little, we have to go on. Now, see, Kam, Krodh, Mada, Lobh, Ityadi, the first level, that you have to practice. Okay, I will not get angry from now. Even if I get angry, I will not say anything. Start like that. I get angry. And okay, I get angry. But I'll keep quiet. Otherwise, before when you get angry, will you tell everything? You get historical. Not hysterical, you get historical because you bring up everything from the past. Yes. So, at least when you get angry, the first step, I will not say a thing. So slowly start dealing with anger and greed and all those, and then we start dealing with the best way to deal with this presence of mind, do japa. Vikshepa, do japa. Take that mala and do that mantra. And ignorance, we have to find ourselves in the company of some guru. Only guru will give knowledge to remove ignorance. So these are the ways to remove. Now see, today I only spoke on one line. This is the first line. But we have time, don't worry. We have plenty of street here yet. So we'll see that the next line and all tomorrow. Let us sing some more. And then we'll have announcement and arti. Patito niva. Next one. Kalpalatameva haladam loke.
Kalpalatameva haladam loke.
Pranamatiyastvam napatati shoke.
Pranamatiyastvam napatati shoke.
Paravaravi harini gange.
Paravaravi harini gange.
Vimukha yuvati krita taral na pange.
Vimukha yuvati krita taral na pange. महिमोत्तुङ्गे
पुनर्रसदङ्गे पुण्यतरङ्गे
पुनरसरङ्गे पुण्यतरङ्गे
जय जय जाह्नवी करुणापाङ्गे
जय जय जानवी करुणापाङ्गे
इन्द्रमुकुटमणि राजित चरणे
इन्द्रमुकुटमणि राजित चरणे
इन्द्रमुकुटमणि राजित चरणे
इन्द्रमुकुटमणि राजित चरणे
सुख दे शुभ दे हृदय शरण्ये
सुखदे शुभदे प्रेत्य शरण्ये
जय जय गंगे जय हर गंगे
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 बोले गंगा मैया की जय. Okay, so now we just have some announcements and then we'll have Aarti. Okay, so Diwali Nagar Yajna is coming up. It starts on the 21st and ends on the 27th. The 21st and 22nd will be done by Geeta Vahini-ji. 23rd, 24th will be done by Pandit Vedanand-ji. And 25th, 26th, 27th will be done by Swami Prakashananda. Those of you who have the time, you please come. This is 21st to 27th. On the 29th of October, which is just a couple of weeks from now, we have at the ashram Diwali Dosa Day. It is amazing, huh? Chinmaya Mission has really become pace setter in so many fields, in so many ways. Every day we are seeing different people now borrowing our ideas and making nice things everywhere. So right near somebody started making pizzoti also. And we've been making pizzoti for 20 years. But somebody took the idea and they are now commercializing it and all. But it's good. Chinmaya Mission can be a good pace setter for the society. People can come up with new, people can start doing different things. But at the ashram, on the 29th, we'll have, it's only a matter of time before somebody starts doing dosa also. In that scale. Dosa is a South Indian food from South India, and it is made with rice and urdi dal. Rice and urdi dal, they are ground together and fermented overnight, and the next day it is spread on a hot tawa, and it is quite similar to what in the Western world is called as a crepe. Now in Trinidad, you don't know what is crepe also. Not crepe soul, crepe. Crepe. So you have to come and see that in operation. We have 3 long tawa, the tawa long from here to the wire. 8 dosa in one shot on each tawa, 24 dosas. So inside that dosa, we'll put variety of things. So there are 11 varieties of dosa you can come and check out. It's a very, very healthy option compared to roti. Huh? Way healthier compared to roti. Come and see it on the 29th. Now on that day, we are also introducing a nice Indian street food. In India, they call pav bhaji. Pav bhaji is a dinner roll with some nice cooked up potatoes and peas and with nice pav bhaji masala. You have to come and try it out. Very, very popular. If you pass through Mumbai airport or Delhi airport and you didn't eat a pav bhaji, well, you miss out. Especially Mumbai airport because it's more popular in South and in South Central India. All right. So come and try. And a pav bhaji and chai. Oh, you bite your tongue. Pav bhaji and chai. So all these things will be good. And then there will, which wonton again? Cream cheese wonton. Cream cheese wonton. Somebody came up with an idea and they're going to try. Now you come and see that. No, even though it's named wonton, it's light. Don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. You're going to be heavy in your stomach or anything. All right. So on the 29th, huh? From 11 to 3, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can also pre-order your dosas, so you can just come and pick up. But I must tell you, eating dosa on the spot is the best. By the time you take it home and all that kind of, it gets soggy, and dosa really is made to eat on the spot. You have to eat it right off the tawa. Right. Diwali Utsav at our school on the 9th of November. Diwali Utsav will be there, 9th of November. Our Sant Tulsidas campus is, and all our schools are still open for registration for this year. People come in late and all, they realize that the other schools, things are really bad. So they still bring their children even late in the term and all that. Huh? And on Sundays, we have Balvira classes for children at the ashram. Please tell others also. And encourage your neighbors and friends and children and all to bring their children. Okay. This is for teaching them right values and all in life. Okay. So, unfortunately, when Auntie Dolly passed away here, I was not here. That happens all the time. You know when this thing started happening? When I was in India, my grandfather passed away right here and I was not here. That had going on since those days. So many people, I miss coming to their funeral and all. And that's life, what you could do. So we remember Auntie Dolly today, and on behalf of the mission, I would like to call on Wahid to accept a little token that we have. It's a nice book on the glory of Mother, because this is the Diwali Navaratri time, and we glorify the feminine aspect. Please enjoy reading. I remember Auntie Dolly very fondly, all of us. Okay. We thank you and your family and everybody for hosting tonight's Yajna. It's a very noble act that you and the rest of the members of the family could have done. In Sanskrit, there are two words. One is called as punya and the other is called as pap. So anything that we do that takes us away from God, that is called as pap. And anything that we do that takes us towards God, that is called as punya. The English translation of sin and merit, they don't do justice to the Sanskrit words. So use the words in the original. Punya and pap, or papa punya, like that. So hosting a yajna like this is a great, great meritorious act. Punya karma it is called. Punya karma. Whoever can host, the punya is immeasurable. Because you see, if you take care of your family, you bring benefit to 5 people. But when you host a yajna like this, you bring benefit to so many people. And now it is coming also on social media, and so many people are listening and everywhere, you see. So the benefit is much more. And the more people you can bring benefit to, the more the punya karma is there. Okay? All right. Now let us have the Aarti. So today is third day. We'll do again Durga Aarti, and then from tomorrow we'll do some other Aarti. Durga Lakshmi, Saraswati. Different Aartis we'll do as we go. Let us all stand for Aarti. Om Jai Ambe Gauri, Maiya Jai Shyama Gauri, Tumko nis din dhyawat, Tumko nis din dhyawat, Hari Brahma Shivari. Om Jai Ambe Gauri.
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी तुमको निज दिन ध्यावत तुमको निज दिन ध्यावत हरि ब्रह्मा शिव जी ओम जय अम्बे गौरी
मांग सिंदूर विराजत टीको मृग मद को मैया
को मृडमल को
उज्ज्वल से दो नैना
उज्ज्वल से दो नैना
चंद्र वदननी को
ओम जय अम्बे गौरी
कनक समान कलेवर रक्तांबर राजय
मैया रक्तांबर राजे
रक्त पुष्प गलमाला
रक्त पुष्प गलमाला
कंठन पर साजय
ओम जय अम्बे गौरी
ये हरिवाहन राजत खड़ग पर धारी मैया
खड़ग पर डारी
सुर नर मुनि जन सेवत
सुर नर मुनि जन सेवक
जिनके दुख हारी
ओम जय अम्बे गौरी
कानन कुंडल शोभित नासाग्रे मोती
मैया नासाग्रे मोती
कोटिक चंद्र दिवाकर
कोटिक चंद्र दिवाकर
समराजत ज्योति
ओम जय अम्बे गौरी
शुंभ निशुंभ बिदारे महिषासुर घाती
मैया महिषासुर घाटी
धूम्र विलोचन नैना
धूम्र विलोचन नैना
इस दिन मदमाती
ओम जय अम्बे गौरी
चंद मुंद संहारे शोणित बीज हरे
मैया शोभित वीर करे
मधु कै तब तो मारे
मधु के तब दो मारे
सुर भयहीन करे
ओम जय अम्बे गौरी
ब्रह्मानी रुद्रानी तुम कमला रानी
मैया तुम कमला रानी
आगम निगम बखानी
आगम निगम बखानी
तुम शिव पतरानी
ओम जय अम्बे गौरी
श्री अम्बे जी की आरती जो कोई नर गावे
मैया जो कोई नर गावे
कहत शिवानंद स्वामी
कहत शिवानंद स्वामी
सुख संपत्ति पावे
ओम जय अम्बे गौरी जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी तुमको निज दिन ध्यावत तुमको निज दिन ध्यावत हरि ब्रह्मा शिव जी ओम जय अम्बे गौरी
ओम जय अम्बे गौरी
ओम जय
भगवान् विष्णुः मङ्गलं गरुडध्वजः मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्षं मङ्गलायतनो हरिः त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ॐ बोले जगदम्बा माता की जय श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव।